Hi, everyone. Bill Soroka here, founder of notarycoach.com. Yesterday, I told you about my sacred weekend, that moment that cracked open when I finally stopped making excuses and took full ownership of my results or the lack of them. But here is what I've discovered about the truth of moments like this. They feel like an epiphany, they feel powerful. They feel inspiring, like a turning point, but they mean absolutely nothing unless you put some structure behind them. And that's where the real work began. So the Monday after that sacred weekend, I did something I'd never done before. I built myself a morning routine. Now, if you would have known me back then, you'd know how unbelievable that really was because I was not a routine guy. I was the opposite of that. I was a very free spirit. I just wanted to kind of bounce around in life and go with what felt good. I was not a consistency guy. I wasn't even a morning guy at that time. I'd stay up to 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. But the thing is, I needed something, anything that would help me rebuild trust with myself. And during that sacred weekend, I was introduced to several different habit building structures, but one of them was the Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. And he advocates for these 6 daily practices that are not complicated, they're not expensive, and they are certainly not glamorous, but they're still impactful and very powerful. You start off with, well, he has an acronym for it called the SAVERS, and that stands for silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and then scribing, which is a stretch for basically journaling. But they needed the acronym to fit. So we got SAVERS, and that's it. But those 6 habits grounded me and helped me get a clear head. And most importantly, helped me start keeping promises to myself again. And this is what I realized because there was this huge truth pill that I didn't want to swallow. But the reality was that I didn't need a new business strategy. I didn't need more certifications. I didn't need a new course. What I needed was to stop breaking commitments to myself. I needed to feel proud of the person that was looking back in the mirror. And those 6 practices helped me do exactly that. And then once that fog lifted, that shame fog lifted, once my head was clear and I remembered who I actually was, something became obvious. If daily habits could change me, then daily habits could change my business. And that's how the daily do's were born. These are 8 small, totally doable actions that I could finish before 9 o'clock in the morning, even 8 o'clock in the morning when the phone starts ringing, right? And these were actions that guaranteed that I was getting in front of the right people every single day. People who could hire me, could refer me to others, people who actually needed my services, people who just needed to know that I existed, that this was a service they could book. And here's what surprised me about that. These steps didn't take hours to complete. They didn't require perfection. They didn't require that I be extroverted or somebody that I wasn't. It wasn't about special formulas or tools, and it certainly did not require extra certifications. All they required was one thing: consistency. And when I say consistency, I mean every single day, not just 5 days a week, not when I felt like it, because who feels like that? Not only when things were slow, which is when everybody's thinking about this, right? Not when motivation magically shows up, but every single day. And the results were spectacular. And that's what the next video is about tomorrow. Because when I combined The 6 miracle morning practices with those 8 daily do's, everything changed. My income changed. My confidence changed. My reputation changed. And my lifestyle certainly changed. But who I was, the identity that I took on changed too. And we'll get into that a little bit tomorrow. But in the meantime, if you want to jump in and be a part of conversations like these and be a part of a community of over 1,300 notary entrepreneurs that are starting to think like this, starting to realize that they can actually do this, they start to believe that they can do that. So they start taking massive action every single day. Then join us in the High Performance Notary community on the school platform. It's school.com/notary. The links are down below. You can visit notarycoach.com to find it as well, or just type in SKOOL, school, they spell it different, school.com/notary, and come inside. It's completely free. I'll be back tomorrow.